welcome to our fourth bonus episode of the Immortals. This is our last one to catch Pedro up to his songs. So, we may have another bonus episode in the far future. We'll know why then. But today, we're going to review the last three songs that Pedro's all caught up with the main show. Pedro, what three songs are those?
Well, let's see here. We are first doing, I believe this is the correct order, Allons à Lafayette by Joe and Cleoma Falcon. That's not her last name, I don't think. Anyway, we'll get to that. It's Like That by Run DMC, and Tomorrow Never Knows by the Beatles.
Let's get right into it.
Yes.
So this one's very curious because several episodes back, we drew the number 3. So the third entry for all these books. That was something where we did an old silent film, Lone Ranger, and this is a very old song. What can you tell us about it?
It is pretty old. It's a 1928 recording by, I forget. Well, no, Joe and Cleoma Falcon. Actually, okay, so what it says here is Joe Falcon and Cleoma Breux. Breaux. Okay. So that's why cool. These are the Joe threw me off for a bit because they're very French-sounding names, and the song itself is in French. But the thing is, they are Cajun people. So Allons à Lafayette, New Orleans, not New Orleans, Lafayette,
Louisiana.
That one state. There we go, Louisiana. And so yeah, this was a very old song, released originally on 78 RPM record, big old terrible things. 1928. It's very folky. If you remember us reviewing the Louvin Brothers.
The Louvin Brothers.
Yeah.
Which was, that episode was number 3.
Oh, it was. Very perfect. Awesome.
Look at that.
Yeah. Kind of reminded me of them a lot because the same sort of folkness and playing. This was actually a bit more enjoyable instrument-wise. Because the Louvin Brothers were very simple, like, just guitar and harmony. But this actually opens up, like, very excited, very dancey type music. Almost, I kind of imagine, like, a square dance or something that should happen in a barn. It opens up with a accordion just going at it, going to town. And then you can hear some fiddle in the background and maybe some guitar or bass. But it seems like this would be something that'd be really fun to watch on a stage surrounded by straw. And a lot of alcohol.
This is Cajun and not, like, hillbilly or western, which is kind of what you're describing.
Yeah, but Cajun isn't really that different.
Also, the Louvin Brothers from the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still had... They still had... But they were doing adaptations of old folk songs, or a recording of old folk music, so that music could have been 100 years old by then. But... This, it's a lot of fun to listen to, except for one detail. I am pretty decent at French, but like French. And when they start singing, it kind of hurts the ears.
Because they're singing Creole.
Well, they're singing in French. It's just a very...
Creole.
Well, it's not French.
It's not... No, but...
It's Creole. No, it's a dialect of French that's a linguistically distinct language.
I suppose, but it is. They are French words with a different pronunciation to it.
Sort of.
That's what a dialect is.
And it's called Creole.
Yeah, it's a different language.
But it doesn't seem like a different language because their sentences are full on French sentences. They just have a really thick pronunciation.
It's a Creole, like it's a kind of dialect that's named after Creole. That's what it is.
I suppose, but it straight up sounds like French. Like I've heard stuff that I would assume is Creole, and I couldn't understand anything, or I can only pick up a few words here and there. But these, I can understand most or all of the sentences. And actually, when you look up the song, the lyrics are in French. It says Cajun French on the.
I just want to make sure that you don't think that they're just like bad at speaking French.
No, I know
they're speaking their own language.
Oh, I understand that. It's just it's.
Hey, now the jury's still out whether it's Creole or not. Okay, now that we have a...
It says Cajun French. Actually, this has got me really excited. Today, I did my first ever Wikipedia edit. I actually did something. Have any of you guys ever edited something like that?
I have, and then I got changed back.
What did you edit?
It was, if you go on the Wikipedia page for this song, at the bottom it has lyrics, and it has the French next to the English. And one of the lines, it says, "Mais toi, mon joli cœur, regarde, blah, blah." It starts, "Mais toi." And then in the English, it said, "by you." Someone put a typo,
right, yeah.
B-U-Y. So I changed it to "but you." And it's still there. So, awesome. They thought it was worth it. That made me happy.
I feel we've talked a lot around this song.
I like the song.
Okay.
It's a good song. It's a fun song. I gotta get used to the Creole. But
with such disdain.
well,
It's a language!
If it is
nothing against the language, but it's straight up like nothing. Everything's written the same, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Spelled the same. It looks like French to me, written down. It's just spoken differently, which is fine. Totally cool. It's just it's hard on the ears when you're used to not that dialect.
Okay.
At first, I'm getting used to it. I still like the song, and I.
All right, let's put a pause on Pedro's Creole bias. What do people think of the song?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
I really wish I had a little bit more information about this era of music to know why I'm supposed to like this. Because I believe that there's some hidden depth to it that I was supposed to get, and I'm not getting it. Like, it's enjoyable, but I wouldn't be able to pick it out of a crowd of similar sounding songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I found it to be kind of an annoying song. I really enjoyed the first 15 seconds or so, where it has, before any lyrics start, it has a nice tune, starts off simple, then it gets to a nice, cool little bit in there, and then the song starts, and then I'm out. I like the tune at the very, very beginning. I go, okay, here we go. I'm in for this. I'm in for this barnyard song.
Huh.
It's also not. Yeah, they don't have bar. It's like bayous. I mean,
again, the jury's still out with its barnyard song.
Oh my god, you guys went first.
So
whatever their equivalent of a barnyard is.
Right.
It's
probably a French barnyard. It's
barn
don't
boat.
worry about it.
Yeah, I'm partial to accordion music. So I think if you don't like accordion, you're not going to like this song.
Yeah,
the heavy instrument in this is
I think it's an acquired taste.
like bagpipes.
Dude, yes, exactly.
Bagpipes are awesome, just as a matter of fact.
Well, some people don't like how they sound.
I don't like bagpipes, but I do like
yours are wrong.
It's an acquired sound.
I didn't like the song itself, I suppose, with the lyrics. There's a lot of French songs I think are really, really great, and I don't know what they're saying.
This isn't a French song, Austin. It's Creole.
Jury's still out. We need to kind of know, the music can almost work on its own without even knowing all the words. I found a lot of different languages, some might be French, to be really affecting without knowing it all. And this was not a song that was able to kind of capture me with not knowing every word.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, this was not a very effective song.
I think instrumentally it's got a lot more going for it than lyrically.
Yeah.
The lyrics themselves, they're not super interesting. It's a guy talking about a beautiful woman who's not quite... What does he say? There's a line. You're too beautiful to act the criminal is what it says here. I guess the tramp is what the translation is. Whatever.
Lee, are you disagreeing in a high pitch?
No, that's my cat. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. It really did sound like you were off in the corner going,
Yeah.
I thought it was the cat at first, and then when Austin said that, I was like, is Lee really going?
No, that's my cat. I'm sorry.
What do you think of Creole?
He's running away.
Okay.
Okay, so let's...
But yeah, this is apparently the first officially recorded commercial Cajun song, which, I guess that makes sense. But takes after really old music.
But let's give it a hint rating.
Fine. 3.4.
I'll give it a solid 3.
2.5.
3.6.
2.
Yay!
Don't like it.
Run DMC?
Oh man.
Run DMC.
All right, Run DMC. Is that the next one? Yeah, it is the next one.
Yep.
Okay.
What is it like?
It's like that, huh?
Oh.
Is
Okay.
it?
This is what it's like.
This is what it's like?
Right now is what it's like.
It's like
It's like
that.
that.
It's like that.
It's like that.
This is a perfect song. I love this song.
Wow.
No, for real. It's one of the early hip hop greats. It's amazing. the lyrics, if you haven't read them, are just fabulous, and it's one of the few. Well, it's like
Actually,
people who talk about hip hop now talk about the good old days, and this is what they're talking about. I don't know nearly as much. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know nearly enough I don't know nearly as much as I should about hip hop history, but lyrically, it's a remarkably, I wouldn't call it a positive song, but it's a very thoughtful song. It's about something. It's about the experience of poverty in the United States and the experience of poverty in the early 80s and what that means and what it means for relationships. There's a great line that I just love, which is, money, it's like basically money drives everything. When's the last time that love bought you a coat? Which is just like, I love.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it isn't glorifying the things that life creates. It's more of a lament and just sort of saying like this. It's like that. It's what it's like. It's what life is like. It's awesome. The music video is awesome. I love everything about it, and it's great.
Yes. You obviously know a lot more about this than I do. I
really don't know that much, but yeah.
I'm just imagining Pedro with like a piece of paper, all these notes saying, "What is it like?" I don't know. I couldn't decipher this song.
3 sheets. What is it like?
What is it like?
I guess that's more.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't look at the lyrics for this one, which is probably a bad.
You typically do.
Yeah,
make sure that you read the lyrics for Run DMC and not the Mariah Carey song of the same
name.
Yeah,
I just found that mistake. I was sitting there, I'm like, this is not what Sarah is describing.
No.
Okay, but yeah, it actually looks like there's a lot more depth to this. I should probably.
I found it to be really catchy.
That's
awesome
more what I was going for. Just the listening aspect of it. It was a good beat, a fun thing to listen to. I'm not very big on this genre, so I didn't really know what to look for or the importance of this song. Apparently this is, back in the good old days, hip-hop.
I keep feel like I would really get into 90s hip-hop. Like, I kind of feel like that's like...
This is
80s hip-hop, but let's be clear, like, 80s and early 90s hip-hop is absolutely something you should be getting into. It's awesome.
That seems to, like, hit all the things I like about kind of strong, interesting lyrics. I enjoy super fast beats. Mm-hmm. And this kind of really hit that in a really fun way. And I'm sure Pedro's going to get the music video. The music video is a mini step-up film, which I'm all for.
Actually, I was confused about this. Maybe Sarah will know. The music video, it says it's like that. Run DMC, but then it also has this other guy mentioned.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, though not positive, that there is an album edit and a music video edit. Yeah. And maybe
Jason Nevins.
And probably a couple. Yeah, so there's a Jason Nevins cover that's done later.
He did a remix,
which
right?
I think might be in like. I think it might be like on the 20th anniversary. I think it might have been a 2003 cover / collaboration, and that is.
I think it was a collaboration because.
Yeah, and it was quite popular. The original song, if you look on YouTube, is the one without the music video. They're both good and quite similar.
Yeah, I saw this because I was looking at a lot of the different releases for albums. I mean, this says it was released as a single, so I just got the original single. But also, it has like live versions and other albums, like greatest hits albums and whatnot. And it's surprising how big the discrepancy is on the length. Like, one version was 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, another one's like 8 minutes long. Then there were a bunch of them with, one of them was, Run DMC versus the Jason Nevins guy, so I'm sure it was a collaboration. I didn't know what to look for. So I just went by the music video, which probably wasn't a good thing.
I heard that one and one that was a minute longer.
A 5-minute one?
Yeah.
It was basically the same. I mean, I heard a few of them, then I was like, am I still listening to the same song? Oh no, I switched. Okay, they sound the same. Next.
Adam, what do you think?
It's really good. I think people that, when you say, like, let's go back to the olden days of rap, then you're exactly right. This is it, because this has substance, and there are some standouts now, like, in current 2015
that are also awesome.
Yeah, they're great. And it's 2016 also.
It is 2016.
But by and large, the hip hop rap scene is like look at all this money that I have and what I spend it on. So this is kind of a counterpoint to that. And so, yeah, I prefer hip-hop that has actually something important to say, and this definitely falls in that category. The rhymes and the rhymes are not that sophisticated compared to today, but I mean, yes, you got to allow for that.
Well, it's also not. That's not what it's trying for. Like, it's not.
Exactly.
It's not what. It's not what the genre had evolved to. Like, it's trying to do a different thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Lee, what do you think?
I really enjoyed it. I agree with you, Austin. I feel like 80s and 90s hip-hop is something that I should really start listening to more often, because I love lyrics and I love deeper meaning and songs that have a message, and this was definitely it.
Well, one of the biggest discoveries we've had so far is Arrested Development.
Yes, Arrested Development. Oh my gosh,
yes.
That album's wonderful. So I think we're ready to hinge this up.
Yeah.
Pedro?
Yeah. 4.
Oh, yeah, I'll give it a 4.
4.8.
Ooh.
I give this a 4.
4.4.
All right.
That's
Solid.
It's a high recommendation, I think, from all of us. And now let's end it with this band called...
Who are they?
Why are you applauding?
The Beatles.
I love the Beatles.
I think it's pronounced the Beatles.
The Beatles.
The
This is
Beatles.
the first time they
Oh,
showed
like
up on
the-
our list.
Maybe
It's
it's just
true.
The Oneaters.
Yeah, just like that.
Your Microsoft Word isn't saying that it's spelled wrong.
They know it.
They know.
They
Yeah,
know
they
the
probably
Beatles.
do.
So, Pedro,
Beatles is
what
correct.
Beatles song are we doing first now?
Tomorrow never knows. There we go.
I feel you were trying to Macbeth thing, but I don't think you did it on purpose.
No, I was trying to find it on my phone.
Fun fact about Sarah and the Beatles, it wasn't until I was way too old, like maybe within the last year, that I realized that Beatles spelled with an A was supposed to reference, like, the beat, like, that they kept a beat. It wasn't just a misspelling of the word, or possibly a British spelling of the word, which I kind of knew it wasn't, but didn't think very hard about, and I just thought that everyone should know that.
Well, I mean, I think because I never really listened to the Beatles.
They're like
I never
800
got
years
into them. Just, we'll talk about that. But every time I read or would spell the Beatles, I'd be like, oh yeah, beat is in beat, haha. But and then I'd probably forget again.
I never realized that, like, not until like last year when I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought for an embarrassingly long time, I thought it was just an artistic flourish to do.
Yeah.
To do.
Yeah.
That.
I definitely remember a time that I just thought that's how British people spell Beatles.
Produced by George Martin, this song.
Anyway.
What's the song like, Pedro?
So this was actually, I guess this was the first time I heard it knowing I heard it.
Okay.
That makes sense. I heard it on Mad Men, not knowingly, and I probably heard it before because it's the Beatles. People tend to play them. But again, I'm not a huge Beatles fan, not because I don't like them, although to be honest, a lot of stuff is kind of boring. But
We'll have that conversation a different time.
Yeah.
we'll have plenty of
When we talk about
as we
many
evolve.
of their albums that are on our list.
I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll actually like them because I'll sit there and listen to the full album. But until then, meh. The song, I don't know. It's the more I listened to it, the more I liked it. But the first time I listened to it, I wanted them to use the full expressiveness of these wonderful instruments that they have, which have this really nice and exotic sound, but every single time they would interrupt it or add the weird little flourish where it sounds like someone's screaming in the background or what have you. Every single time. It was cool the first time, second time with their own the other little instruments and embellishments, but then when I was really wanting and feeling a good, like, sitar sound full, it would always get interrupted by this weird thing. I just want the song to sit still and do what it's saying we should do anyway. But as I listened to it more and more, it got easier and easier because I could sort of pick out the pieces. But does that make sense? I thought the song was way busy.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, this is definitely well into the Beatles are having a lot of drug times phase, which is a lovely phase for them, but admittedly one in which some of their... I mean, what's amazing about the Beatles, right, is they try... Like, it's like half the quote-unquote new things that pop music ever does, the Beatles did first. Like, it's crazy. And this is one of those, I think, interesting, experimental, busy, all over the place songs that's gonna be the precursor to plenty of like trancey psychedelic stuff in the future.
Sure.
Is it the best example of trying to do that standing on its own? No, but maybe it's some of the first.
I love the Beatles and don't love this song.
Ooh.
And maybe that's not a...
That is fair.
Maybe that means I'm not as pure of a Beatles fan as others are. But it's a thing where, I've heard, I think, all the albums. And a lot of them kind of really... It's one of the few bands I actually know, guys.
Yay!
One of the few bands I don't that well. No, one of the many.
And it's such an interesting song because I do enjoy some of their more drug-influenced songs. But I think, like Pedro's and Blind here, I think a lot of them are more cohesive and effective. Like, to me, this is a lesser form of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Whoa. I would not compare it there.
No.
Because Lucy in the Sky is actually like a full song. This has more exotic flavor to it.
Yeah, that was more where I was thinking. One of the and I don't like the Revolutions particularly. Yeah. I think that's closer. The sort of free flowingness of it. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is classic. Verses and a bridge kind of thing going on.
But if I still had an influence, I guess maybe I need my verses and bridge. I guess with the Beatles, like I don't know. This one didn't.
It is also about drugs for sure. That's fair.
Very about drugs. This one just didn't affect me as much. And Pedro implied that Mad Men scene in season 5 of Mad Men. They played this song in its entirety, which is one of the only times in TV history that the Beatles have played on television.
Did. But in the actual show, it wasn't on in its entirety because Don Draper, rightfully so, I think, got up and turned it off exactly what I would have done.
But they then played the rest of the song in the credits.
In the credits, yeah, that's fine. But I'm saying, as a person, I agree with Don on that.
They paid $250,000 for the song, and they're going to play the rest of it in the credits.
Well, that's fine. That's fine for the show.
So, to me, that is an incredible scene in this show because it's all about Don not recognizing... Like, he's recognizing that culture is kind of passing him by earlier than he thought it would, and he's not hip anymore, and he's kind of looking at an age that he was part of, but also he wasn't part of, and he's nostalgic for that and trying to replicate that always. But now this is what people are listening to, and he listens to it, gives it its due, and then turns it off mid-song going, nope. This is not what I know as entertainment.
Well, was he ever hip though? I feel like he never got that chance. I think he went straight from like what his upbringing to like suave and like neat guy, I suppose. Never really got the hipness.
Hey guys,
he was also in
this is
the war. So.
Song review.
Oh yeah,
not a
Well, but you could say that the Beatles went in the opposite direction with their songs. They went a little less sophisticated, perhaps.
Oh, sure.
More artsy and...
I would say less sophisticated. Less mainstream, less popular, arguably less cool in their way.
I'll give you that, yeah.
And what do you think of the song?
I don't know. It's hard to... Because I like the song, but it's hard to not hold it up to all of the other Beatles songs that we're going to have to review. Mm-hmm. And it's not
you got to do it on its own, man.
I know I want to, but it's not even the best song on the Revolver album.
We're not reviewing the album.
Right, but we are reviewing other songs on this album, I assume.
Eventually.
Yes.
It's number 60 on our list. I already looked it up.
Okay, great. So I have to say that I'm going to be comparing this to...
No, I mean, in our most recent episode, I compared Black Swan to The Wrestler. I think it's actually a negative to go into something with blinders on.
I agree.
I think you can get a richer context of criticism if you look at a full body of work and where this lies in it.
Well, thanks. Now I got to go back and listen to all the Beatles.
Yes,
every single one.
But you're looking at
there's only 4 of them. Don't worry.
You focus on a piece, but you can still see the whole. That's what I'm saying. So if you've seen more, I think that can give you a more perceptive thing. But ultimately, what we're talking about is this 3-minute song. If that makes any sense.
Right.
You're right.
So
being an ass.
So I like what they did with it, and they were a pop band experimenting with different sounds that people probably aren't used to at that time. I mean, there probably were more than I think, but I don't know. I was on a lot of drugs at the time.
I'm trying to figure out how the canon works. Is this when you're a bouncer? No, this is before you were a bouncer.
Just before.
Just before. Okay.
Yeah. I tried to clean up a little bit.
To be a bouncer.
Yeah.
Because Roadhouse is inspired by you.
I wouldn't say that, in public, but like when I'm at the bar, I do say that Roadhouse was based on me. Anyway, the song is, it's. I mean, I think it's better than what you guys are saying, but it's still. I mean, Eleanor Rigby. Come on.
That's on Revolver, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes.
That's.
That is?
That's top 5
Perfect song.
Okay, yeah, that's yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I have to disagree. I've never been a fan of Eleanor Rigby, and I love this song. I love it. Absolutely love it.
I mean, the more I listen to it, the more I get into it. That's definitely true. I mean, give me like another 30 listens to this. I had this stuck in my head earlier this week for a recording we did. I could not. I had to stop and listen to my other music for the current episode because I could only think of the Beatles. It's not a bad song. Definitely, it gets with you. All of my little gripes, I guess, kind of get smoothed out the more you listen to it. I just don't like that I have to listen to it that much, and I have that initial period of, come on, be better. I was expecting more. You're the Beatles.
Somehow Pedro is like burdened by this podcast more than anyone else. Like
True.
every
Very
review
true.
has Pedro going, on my 67th viewing, I just really felt like it was attacking me personally. And it's crazy.
So true.
Because I'm the one who's done every single review so far. But I think Pedro's going through more of a hardship.
Just think of what would happen if Pedro did all of them. Like, I feel like we'd lose him.
Oh, that would be easier because then I can just forget about everything. Just go once through everything half-heartedly and whatever.
Wait, what the fuck?
I think that was an underhanded criticism of Ryan.
That was not underhanded.
Did you say Ryan?
What?
Nothing.
How can I mute you? All right. Give this a goddamn handwriting.
See, now this is the hard part because I know I'm going to like it more.
No, you're fine.
Well, now I got to anticipate how much I'm going to like it.
Wait, what do you mean anticipate? You've already heard the song a dozen times.
Yeah, but I know that the next dozen is going to be even more.
How do you feel about it right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
But I can't because I already know I'm going to like it.
Oh my god.
I can't punch him from here. Lee?
I think my true feeling is a... Oh, god damn it. 3 point... No. 4. 4. 4. 4.
Okay.
4.
Lee, what do you think?
I'm giving it a 5. I love this song. Absolutely love this song.
Nice.
Wow.
I really.
Wow, really? I am so not with you.
This
I've
is
given
one of my
you-
favorite Beatles songs.
I believe this to be a Beatles experiment that is ultimately unsuccessful, and we'll give it a 3.
I was going to give it a 3 as well.
Me too.
Yay, twinsies or tripsies.
Triplets.
Triplets.
Well, I mean, but like twinsies
No,
is
we all look
cutesy.
exactly the same.
It's true.
It is unfortunate for all of us. So that is the end of our bonus review. Pedro is now caught up on all the songs.
Finally, Jesus.
So you can join us all next Thursday, which is just a few days from now, where we'll be reviewing the movie 32 Short Films by Glenn Gould, the album New Forms by Ronnie Size /Represent, the children's book Julia the Wolves by Jean Craighead George, The Food of Cavering.
Cavering.
I know what that is. I'll learn next episode. The song 4321 by LL Cool J featuring Method Man, Redman, Cannabis, and DMX. And the TV show Parenthood. We're going to transition right from DMX to Parenthood.
Sure.
It'll be awesome.
It's going to be awesome. So, thank you all so much for listening. You can email us at theimmortalspodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at theimmortalspod. We'd love to hear from you through an iTunes review or just any sort of communication. We want to hear what you think of these songs and everything else. Did I say that fast enough? Should I go faster? I can go a little bit faster. Don't worry about it.
Go.
All right.
Double time.
All right. Thank you all for listening. We'll catch you all next time. Bye.
I'm Adam.
we don't
Be done. It ends there.
don't do our names in the bonus episode. We just do it.
I'm Pedro.
Screw it. Don't care.
No one cares.
Everyone fade out. Fade out.
Just be done.
The Beatles are playing now. Listen to it. Oh, God, I'm so bad at this.
I am Adam.
Oh, good shit.